We have another story surrounding a college football player, but he made a decision that's now changing the whole trajectory of his life. That's 20-year-old Justin Hodges. He's been officially kicked out of the University of Central Florida football program, and his 21-year-old female friend, Nevaeh Mosier, is at the center of the situation involving her ex-boyfriend. A lot of petty, childish behavior that led them to making horrible decisions. We're going to go ahead and get into that, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for updates. If you're watching from Orlando, let us know below in the comments. Justin Hodges is a 20-year-old student from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In high school, he received over a dozen offers to play football in college, from Kentucky, Iowa Rutgers, Minnesota, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Indiana, and Louisville, to name a few. But he was more interested in the schools in Florida. He wanted to stay in his home state. In March of 2019, he visited Orlando as well as Junior Day at the University of Miami. A couple of months later, he committed to the University of Miami, making several trips to the school that summer as the campus was just one county away, and he attended the Hurricanes camp. About 5 months after he committed to UM in October of 2019, he announced that he changed his mind about the Miami Hurricanes and pulled his commitment. He continued to visit other schools, including UCF in Orlando, where he ended up signing a letter of intent in December of 2019. Justin enrolled at UCF in August 2020, and last semester, he wrapped up his third season as defensive back on the team with the junior classification at the university. Justin had been dealing with a 21-year-old woman identified as Nevaeh Mosier. Nevaeh recently broke up with her boyfriend and allegedly continued to see Justin. She went to her ex-boyfriend's luxury apartment in downtown Orlando, and get this, she went to his house wearing Justin's clothes. It was issued by the team with Justin's name on it. Nevaeh ended up getting into an argument with her ex over her wearing Justin's jersey. The ex reportedly took the belongings and threw them out. Now, of course, the media, they are really tight-lipped about that argument that really started this whole ordeal. But Nevaeh went back and told Justin about their fight. She said she still had things over at his apartment. She told him that her ex threw out his stuff. And instead of calling the authorities to get her belongings, Nevaeh came up with a plan to set up her ex, but indirectly she was also setting up Justin. None of them wise enough to see it, but Justin thought that he was in on setting up her ex when Nevaeh was really setting all of them up. Nevaeh admitted to giving Justin instructions on how to access her ex-boyfriend's apartment, but he really didn't need those instructions because Nevaeh escorted Justin and 2 other men to the apartment. On January 9th, 2023, at 1:20 p.m., authorities say Nevaeh knocked on the door. Her ex opened the door, and that's when the man ran up in the apartment with firearms. Justin allegedly had on a mask. They put hands and feet on her ex-boyfriend. He was injured. They allegedly stole his cell phone and took other items from the house that Nevaeh claimed belonged to her. The group left the 28th floor apartment and was caught on surveillance. They removed some of their clothing to try to avoid being detected, but one of the pieces of clothing left behind was a UCF shirt, and police claimed Justin's name was on it. Nevaeh and Justin had inconsistent stories when the police caught up to them and arrested them. Justin claims he was only helping Nevaeh get her belongings back from her ex, but Nevaeh admitted to the police that it was a setup. Justin was detained on home invasion charges, and at the time of this recording, the police are looking for the other 2 men involved. Immediately, UCF dismissed Justin from the football team. They wasted no time removing his picture from the school website.
So a UCF Knights football player dismissed from the program after being arrested last night for a violent home invasion at a luxury apartment downtown. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Warmoth. Police say Justin Hodges now faces charges along with a woman who was also involved. This all happened last Monday night at the 55 West building along Church Street. Police say the pair forced their way into a unit armed with a gun, then assaulted and robbed the man inside. Mark Lehman has the latest on the investigation.
The UCF student athlete facing consequences from his school after last night's arrest. Police saying he played a key role in the violent crime that happened at this downtown apartment building earlier this month. 20-year-old Justin Hodges is off the UCF football team after being booked into the Orange County Jail. Video from the athlete's Twitter account showing highlights of the defensive back during his time on the field. Now he's spending time behind bars, along with 23-year-old Nevaeh Mosher. Both are facing armed home invasion charges.
Punishable by life felony has been committed. Without knowing more, the court's not inclined to grant a bond at this time.
Police say Hodges, Mosher, and two men forced their way inside an apartment January 9th at 55 West. The victim, who is Mosher's ex-boyfriend, telling officers the masked assailants beat and robbed him. Investigators say Mosher showed up at her ex's the night before wearing Hodges' clothes, which were given to him by UCF. Police say the victim discarded the clothes, and investigators say Mosher returned with Hodges the next day to carry out the crime. UCF Athletics releasing a statement this morning saying Justin Hodges has been dismissed from the football program. Per university policy, the UCF student conduct process will be initiated. At this point, police are still looking for the two other men involved in the home invasion. Meanwhile, Hodges is set to face a judge later this afternoon. We'll keep you updated with what comes out of the initial appearance.
This is another example of how these women will book you for a fight. Everyone can see here that Nevaeh was trying to make her ex jealous. She had this fling going on with Justin, and she wanted to make him jealous that she was with another guy. She was playing games. That's why she went over to her ex-boyfriend's house with Justin's clothes on. She did this on purpose to make him jealous. The ex, he fell for the bait. He should have told her, hey, here's your stuff, get out. Instead, he allowed her to anger him. That was part one of the drama. Make her ex jealous. That's why he discarded Justin's belongings. So yeah, the first objective, make the ex jealous, mission accomplished. After she started this initial argument with her ex, she then ran over to Justin with the intention of making him angry at her ex so she could put the battery in his back to go over and get back at him the next day. You know, she was mad at her ex for whatever he did or said during their argument, an argument that she started. And Justin, like a lot of young men, they weren't taught how to deal with these kinds of situations. No one schooled them on these hyenas and taught him how to identify these games. The manipulation tactics, all of that. The coaches through middle school and high school and college, they taught him football, but nobody taught him these lessons on these women.
I got a whole lot better IQ-wise, smarter at that position. I learned a lot of new stuff from people that play inside in the NFL, stuff like that, coach me up on a position. I just feel more comfortable.
What do you like about playing for Coach Addison Williams and Coach Gibbs?
Guru, I love playing for them. They just put you in the best opportunity just to succeed, how to just be great.
What's something you've learned from one of them?
Technique, just knowing stuff, like IQ-wise, knowing what's coming before it comes.
So yeah, he easily got caught up with her. If the mission was for her to get Justin to confront her ex in some sort of way, mission accomplished. Justin allegedly ran up in that man's house armed, then attacked the man. Then as soon as Nevaeh got down to the police station, she admitted everything. So you already know what's going to happen here. She was the mastermind behind it all, but now she's going to end up getting some sort of deal with the state to help them put Justin and the other two men away. This young man, Justin, unfortunately threw away his whole life. All the opportunities, made it out of Lauderdale, but couldn't make it out of this Jezebel's trap. Ran right into the trap. When Nevaeh came over there talking about her ex, Justin should have told her, bye. Go work out your boyfriend issues on your own. Because let's be honest, she was talking to both of them at the same time. And it seems like she was trying to officially break up with her ex. Both of these men set up. The ex-boyfriend could have easily lost his life. Those men had guns. Or he could have had protection and deleted one of them. But we already know 9 times out of 10, the state, they're going to give this woman a deal and allow her to skate through this process unscathed. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Another guy throwing his life away. Let me know what you think about this below in the comments. Shout out to our brothers Dark Power and Dan. I appreciate you for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.
And picked off by Hodges. The same guy that just got the fumble recovery now has an interception.